Hey everybody, it's Eric Pappenfuss. It's Friday and Cathy and I are on vacation here in beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana. And I'm here with DJ, who is the proprietor of an amazing bookstore, Baldwin Co. Let's get a picture of Mr. Baldwin himself on the sign outside.
That's fabulous.
It is a short walk from the mighty Mississippi because we walked along the Mississippi to get here. And DJ, you and we at the Midtown Scholar, we're part of a sort of consortium of independent bookstores that we're really pleased because the Emerson Collective encourages us to visit one another and talk about book selling. And that's how we've got to know you. But this is our first trip to your store. So just wanted to know what you do here, and maybe you could take us on a little bit of a tour. We've been in, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
We'll start here with this gorgeous Art Deco building. And let's start with so I know you're from New Orleans because we've had this conversation. I know you were committed to creating an agent for change in your community. Just tell us about the location and then we'll go in.
Yeah, so we're right in the Maroney. So we're a few blocks away from French Quarters, which everyone loves the French Quarter. Like you say, Mississippi River is right down the street. So yeah, this is the historic 7-ward community. So Treme community is right up the street to our left. French Quarters to the right. So yeah, so this is one of the few Art Deco buildings in New Orleans. It's a very unique building. This is one of the most iconic corners in the city because of this building right here. What it used to be is Jean's Po' Boys, one of the most famous po' boy shops in the entire country, which is now a Credit Human. But yeah, so this is...
And we should talk about the Credit Human just real quick, because I know that's something that's really important to you, and it's amazing what you've done. But tell people how you combined your mission here to include both books and a Credit Human.
Yeah, so I knew like language literacy and like reading literacy, it just wasn't enough. So one of the things that I wanted to do is I said, if I want to help revitalize the community, we have to be able to provide financial resources for individuals to gain financial literacy. So that's what this is. So brought in Credit Human as a partner to Baldwin Company, and through that, every single month you provide free financial literacy classes on debt reductions, budgeting, finance, loans. So traditional banking services, we do all traditional banking services. The only difference is we focus less on transactions and more on relationship building.
Yeah.
So when you walk in, there are no tellers. You can do all your banking transactions that you would do at any banking facility. However, we don't have tellers. We have financial health specialists, which ways you can sit down and have a conversation because we want you to stay. We want to engage. We want to build relationships. So
it sounds
that's
like
great.
A bookstore too. You want a conversation. You want to sit down and stay. You want to build relationships, and you want to empower people to be able to do what they want. And reading and access to capital come together.
Yes,
that's amazing. That's amazing. Let's go in.
Let's go in. I'll give you a quick tour.
So beautiful.
So yeah, so we have these are our countertop shelves right here, and they're all by genres. So we have like our short genre, like so these are powerful memoirs, these are powerful matriarchy, these are banned books. So these are what we call just our mini genre sections right here. Our larger genre sections are back here, but just while you're waiting in line, you're waiting in the queue, or you want a mini genre, a specific book that fits a certain genre. So
it speaks a lot about
so well curated.
Service is our specialized menu for.
Let's get the specialty drinks down
these are great.
by the way, you
I had Go Tell It on the Mountain.
How was it?
It was delicious.
It was good. Yeah, I know. And the titles of the drinks are not lost on us. But tell us also why James Baldwin? I mean, James Baldwin for us, the Midtown Scholar, still today one of our very best-selling authors, but to you, particularly meaningful to you.
Yeah, definitely. Just one of our greatest author and writer, I think, ever. In terms of his ability to capture the true identity of society. So right, so eloquently, so honest, and just in terms of being able to use the power of the pen for social change. Also gives one that's better.
And also in terms of his image in his book. So
this is our book mirror.
How cool is that?
This is fabulous.
This is our book mirror right here. It's all books of all various different sizes.
That's really
The artist's name is Art by J. He's the artist that painted.
I really love that. I really love the mural with the books.
And then these are our genres.
Yeah.
So the books are separated by genre in terms of Baldwin section right here.
Right.
So this section will always hold all the Baldwin books. Here And then we have the general fiction, young adult, and middle age. And of course, these are merch section.
Yeah.
We highlight certain titles.
So fabulous.
Another thing which you do really well is you host a lot of events here. We'll see the event space in a minute, but you're promoting them literally as people are sharing their content as they're sharing. I'm sure.
So clever.
How many events do you?
315.
How many events do you?
We do around 9 to 11 a month.
That's amazing. And you were telling us that this is sort of the downtime for New Orleans. We're here in the summer.
In the summer, yeah.
It's
so hot.
It's going to get incredibly busy and incredibly. What's your best-selling genre? I'm sure it's
The James Baldwin section.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, after the James Baldwin section.
Outside of the Baldwin section, it's just general fiction.
Yeah.
And then from general fiction, it is nonfiction essays, and then probably the it really well with sci-fi and mystery.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's very popular.
Yeah, it did very, very well with our sci-fi and mystery. Of course, we have the podcast studio.
Yeah, let's just note two things. Another book mural for
So
James
wonderful.
Baldwin, which is really pretty too. I like that one a lot.
Mhm.
And then
Same artist.
Oh, that's
well
wonderful.
by Jay.
We're gonna have to hire him to do something at the bookstore, but it's unusual to have a podcast studio in a bookstore. You might be the only bookstore with a podcast studio. Is that true?
I don't know.
I don't know of any.
I don't.
Maybe we need a podcast studio in a bookstore, but why? Why do you have a podcast?
Because I recognize that everyone is not a reader, but the information is still important. So we want to provide a medium for individuals who have auditory focus and say, okay, well, maybe you're not a writer, maybe you're not a reader, but the exchange of information is very important. So we want to create a space for individuals to be able to do that.
And Cathy tells me that when you get these offers in for your talks, you also forcefully talk about things other than their books, which is wonderful.
Yeah, because we want to diversify the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. And they can be inspiring in so many different ways. That's fantastic. You want to show us outdoors? Yeah. So amazing
So
out here.
pretty.
So this is our courtyard where we open it up for our really, really big events. We have a stage here, and we can sit about 500 seats in this area right here. So this is for
Just
our really big
charming.
events. And then some of our medium-sized events we hold out here as well. And then when we're not holding an event, of course, it's just available for patrons to sit down.
It's really nice. And you were saying that you were fortunate. You first bought this building, and you had your eyes on this, but eventually you were able to acquire this and turn it into the event space.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was going to do with it initially, and then it just all kind of like played into an opportunity to hold larger events.
And you store your materials next door. It allows you to bring them out for the events and take it back. We do that at the Scholar as well.
Yeah.
We're constantly reinventing the space, but we have to do it within our space. You can do it right next to it. This is sort of akin to like when we close the street and we have the festival.
Yeah.
I love the lights, which are overhanging.
And
and
it's just
amazing.
charming.
DJ, we came, and this is no joke, we came all the way to New Orleans to be here, to see you, because you're something of a legend in this consortium.
Not at all.
You are, in terms of what you've been able to accomplish, because you've only been doing this for how many years? I mean,
4.
Yeah, 4 years, right? We're just talking to some of your employees, and they seem very happy, and they're thrilled to be here, but you come from just a different world. You come from an IT background.
Yes.
You're from New Orleans, but you didn't imagine yourself a bookseller.
No.
But you became one, and can you talk to that just a little bit? Why books one more time? I think it's just a great way to reiterate what an independent bookstore can do in a community.
I think, books have the power to change not just our circumstances, but it have the power to change our entire world, the existence that we live in. So when we think about being the change that we want to be and being the change that we want to see in the world, all of that starts inside of the pages of a book. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to inspire, and through books, I feel like there's no greater medium to cultivate inspiration and knowledge on how we can all be the change we want to see in society.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, if people want to follow your podcasts or maybe order a book online, how do they find you?
So you can go to our website. It's Baldwin Co Books, BaldwinCoBooks.com.
And what's your YouTube handle?
It's just Baldwin Co.
Baldwin Co.
Yeah, Baldwin Co is the YouTube.
Okay, great. All right. Well, we're going to end. This is, we do a little, it's called Buy Day Friday. And every week I sort of do a video about books that have come into the store. And this past week we had an amazing book about New Orleans. And so I grabbed it and I said, I'm going to bring it and give it to TJ. So this is a gift for you. And now I know that you do only new books, but this is an example of the type of older antiquarian. No, it's just a gift. It's good. This is good. But we had to have a book for the book. So this is really neat. I think you're going to find this neat. Now this is what almost 200 years ago, people in Pennsylvania would be reading about New Orleans. So this is a book, and I'll show you the title, called Pickings from the Portfolio of the Reporter of the New Orleans Picayune.
Yeah.
And it was illustrated by Felix Darley, who was a Philadelphia artist, and it was printed in Philadelphia, not far from us, by Carey and Arden. So they were pretty big. They were pretty big. But what it is it's a whole series of his columns from the newspaper. So if you're interested, or if anyone's interested in what life was like in New Orleans in 1846,
I would love.
and then also,
This is amazing.
But then also like what it was projecting to people like where we are in the Mid-Atlantic, it's like trying to encourage people to visit or not visit. And there's even it's a very interesting book because it starts with an article about James Joyce, but not that James Joyce, not James Joyce the author. This is before James Joyce the author. This is Jim Joyce, the Temperance Man. So I have to say, even in 1846, there were a number of people that were concerned about some of the partying and revelry that was going on in here, including apparently this reporter.
Wow.
But there's lots and lots of newspaper columns. It's easy to read. There's short sketches. You can read about kissing, a New Year's custom from 1846, and it's history. Somebody brought it in a box of books, and it makes sense because again, it's from Philadelphia. So this is a Pennsylvania book, but it's telling you about why they come visit New Orleans. So I've enjoyed reading it. I think it's really interesting, and now I'm passing it on to you as a little bit of a treasure. Pickings from Picayune. All right,
Thank you so much.
I think you'll enjoy it. Now he's a very opinionated guy. I'm not standing by any of his proclamations, but nonetheless, it's a part of the history.
I'm excited to read it.
Good.
All right. Thank you so
thanks
much,
for
Eric.
thanks for hosting us.
And we had a delight.
I hope at home you'll watch next Friday and every Friday for more adventures in the world of books.